I thought I did that, actually. Huh. Yeah, you're right. I actually thought that I did that. But I guess not. These are just offices. Nobody cares about offices having too much road noise, but I'll do it for here for sure. Oh, I did do it down here. Look, see these guys have got like soundproofing on. So this basically is just creating sound barrier proofing along the highway, because the cars travel much faster on the highway, and so they create more noise. And yeah, see, look, I did it here. Look, see, I put a barrier all along here, and we also did it all the way along here, going past the town. So this has got sound barriers. I probably should put it here, but I feel like they're kind of far enough away. But yeah, who cares about that? Also, probably here, right on the edge, it would be good to have coming along this section right here, to be honest. Just create some sound barriers along there. Right. Oh, and also next to Great... Oh, no, it already has. Yeah, see, I've done it all the way along here. It's got sound barriers. But yeah, right along here will be a good place for sound barriers. Looks like the bridge already kind of... You can't do it there? No. There's not really enough traffic though to be worth it right now. I mean, it's pretty quiet along. I mean, look, there's like 1 or 2 vehicles. So I don't think it really warrants it. Police and fire coverage. Yeah, we put fire down. You're right. We need police. Policing. It's a bit of a Wild West town out here, you know. There we go. We got policing on the go. Wow, our money is taking a bit of a hit though. It's got to be said. My Mathmos lamp. It's starting to blink. I need to turn it off. Turn off. There we go. Now go to sleep. There we are. He's gone to bed. Right. Yeah, we're losing quite a lot of money at the moment. Probably because of all this incineration plants that I've been building. That's fine, we'll make it back. It's not exactly like we're short of cash. We're still making positive money, so we'll get more weekly income when we start having our forestry industry, I expect. A little bit backlogged on the trains. The trains are actually becoming more of a problem now, because this is starting to become a backlog. I really do need to resolve this one right here. And this as well. Yeah, this is strange. Yeah, we have lost about 3k, but it's because I've been upgrading stuff, and the reason we've been losing more money is because I've been building stuff which is taking more weekly income all the time. So that's the main reason why we've been having that. Yeah, the trains need sorting out. I've just ignored them for like the longest time because we've been worrying about all the other things down here, and they weren't really a major priority. But now we've got all this fixed, which is working really nicely now. The trains need fixing because the trains can't get out. These guys right here are a major problem for me. I'm not quite sure what is going to be the best one. What's going to be the best way to clear it? This problem keeps happening on these. I might take out that extra line there and just see whether that helps it. Just get... Whoa, I've never seen a train brake before. I'm just going to remove that like that and just see what difference that makes. Because they might fare better if they are just... I like how that train managed to get back on the line despite having no line on it. Just remove that out of there and see whether that helps at all. Yeah, the incinerators cost so much to run. That's the thing. I mean, it's by comparison. Their upkeep is 1,700 per week. It's a really serious amount. So that's the majority of the reason why. Because I built like 4 incinerators to replace the landfills. So that's one of the major reasons why we lost so much. Then what you can do with the trains is more inputs of train stations, make more like that spread out through the area to make lines and less traffic. Make a ring line for the trains so they don't go back the way they came. Well, they already kind of do have that. A lot of the problem here seems to be that they're just kind of conflicting into each other. I think it's because I've been putting two connections in. I think if I just get rid of this, let's see whether that goes more smooth. Yeah, I think that solved it actually, just that. Yeah. The problem was I was creating double inputs in, and so what would happen is they would come in from like two directions and then get rammed. I don't think it's designed to work like that, because what I was imagining would happen is that you would have basically the train would come in one way and then go out another way, or there would be like a red light or something. It doesn't seem to work that way, but just by removing those two branch lines, that's basically fixed it. That's it, that's all I needed to do. Like you can see, it's working fine now. These guys are just waiting for these to clear before they move on. Clear, move on, move on. Yeah, it's fixed now, done. That was very easy to fix, didn't need to really do anything too complicated there at all. Just remove two lines and it's sorted. Easy. Yep, working perfect. Great, that's that solved. Don't need to worry about that anymore. Right, let's get back to building our other town. Building is on fire in Darthville. Luckily we built that new fire station, so that's good. Yeah, that's the thing, it doesn't look as cool. I wanted my train lines to look really awesome, you know, I wanted them to be sort of running double ways and intersecting, but I think it's designed to be simple. Yeah. Well, I just removed those two lines out and it's just working perfect now, so great. Fixed. And of course we've got the fantastic, let's take a train ride, because we haven't taken a train ride for a little while, and I do like my train rides in this game. Here we go, guys. Train ride out of town. So this is the raised rail line that I created so that we can service the industrial part of town. And this line goes all the way out and takes us right back to the main line. It's pretty cool, you've got to admit, having this raised rail line go all the way out through the town. I really like it. It's a really good idea to add this in. And then I created like this branch line connection, see, so it doesn't actually have to go through the station, because otherwise you'd get blocked all the time. So this one just goes around the station and then goes straight back onto the main line. It works really good. I love it. There we go. And off he goes with his industrial cargo. Love that. One thing I wish that they had was some like carriage differentiation. So I wish that the train carriages would have like maybe one with cattle, one. Do you remember actually like in a Railroad Tycoon where one would be like branded up like coffee and stuff like that? Would be really cool. Yep, you can do passenger trains as well. Probably should do that at some point. Probably could do that here. We've got another train line over here. We could probably build in fact, actually, oh look, here's a whole area we haven't actually done anything with. This would probably be ripe for a little bit of forestry as well. Yeah, there's a little bit of forestry on there. We've got a whole oil area here as well. Look, that's untapped. There is some more farmland here. That's being done. Right, let's get our forestry stuff happening. So, let's think about this. I think what I'm going to do is have like a 4-lane going in a kind of arc all the way along here, and then have some other lines going across that. Can you make a tourist area? Yeah, we can do that as well. We've got a few options for that basically. Now, I don't have any shipping ports yet. That was one of my things to do, was to build a shipping port down here. So again, it's all these kind of like on the to-do list basically. We've got a lot to do. So anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to build like a 4-lane road going down here. Just kind of parallel, sort of follow through. And that actually maybe it would be better. I think we already looked at like 6 lanes when you're doing industrial stuff. It doesn't really make that much of a difference. They do help getting on and off though. Yeah, I've got the mod for unlock tiles. We do have that. I don't get how you do forestry. There are already trees there. Yeah, well, forestry is about managing trees and then harvesting them. So you have to kind of have it there already. So then what we'll do is we'll come down here to the end. Okay. And then... So we only really need the highway at this point coming out, so we can connect straight back out this way. Oh, actually, we've got a rail line as well right here, so that's actually probably going to handle quite a lot of stuff. Yeah, so I'm thinking about doing that. I think this needs to go down a little further though. So we'll add this going out to the road here. Wow, look at the way it wants to bend, that's kind of annoying. Okay. And then, yeah, I just need an off coming over onto here. Probably don't need a 3 for that. Depends how much traffic we get coming down here. It might not be very much at all. Might be a lot. So we'll see. I can expand this up as we go along. This is going to be a really weird junction at this end. It's quite a strange designed way of coming into the town. I think maybe this just needs to be a 6 coming off, or a 3 lane coming off of there, actually. I don't think it'd make a lot of difference. Let's just do that. Yeah, that's much better. So I have a nice amount of traffic flowing in and out, that'll be no problem. It is a really weird bend, it's so bizarre. But it's because the road's really, I mean, to be honest, to make it less weird, actually, it's going to work pretty good, I think, because otherwise I'd have to create like a really bizarre overpass. But this will actually probably work quite well for now. It's probably going to work better than if I was to build the bridge, so this town looks like it's doing good. Oh, do you know what this town doesn't have? It doesn't have like nice recycling facility. Let's add another little solar amenity site. So we'll add this in, a little bit of electricity for them and a little bit of... oh, the only thing is the noise pollution from it. Oh, do you know what else is a problem? Is that the workers are going to be able to get to this area, but they won't be able to get back home. So I actually need to create like a little overpass for the guys to get back home, because otherwise they won't be able to actually get back there. So let's do that. That's Itilax again. Hello, Itilax. Hey, man. So good to have you guys coming in. Thanks for coming and checking on my city's progress, guys. Good to see everybody here again. Hello, hello, hello. Raid, Jesus Christ. I'm getting absolutely nuked into the ground right here. Hi, everybody. How you doing? Happy Easter to everyone, by the way. If you are having chocolate egg day. Okay, I'm going to build this one up and over. Let's get these things right. This thing never wants to work properly for me. I just want him to go there. Damn it. Maybe I'll just build it straight. Might be a bit easier. Hi, Etilax people. Hello, 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 hello. So much chat filling. We'll do it like this. It's a hell of a lot easier. And then you can just go like that. Look at that. Sorted. This is perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So that resolves that problem for us completely. So they can just very easily get back to where they live. Luton, Easter's over. It's just like... It's like a whole weekend thing. It's got tomorrow as well. It's a bank holiday for a lot of people tomorrow as well still. So there we go. Anyway, so let's start building this up. So now they can get back, so that'll work. And oh yeah, they were going to have their rubbish production facility, so let's get that on the go. Let's get this right here. We'll have the amenity site. I'm just going to stick it, actually, which way does he want to be on? Yeah, here. We'll get the amenity site down here. But actually, I'll probably just build these other roads first of all, so let's do this. Okay, we're going to keep on building the roads down. So I'm just going to build like these 2 lanes off of here. This is going to be completely satisfactory for what we actually need, I think, for the most part anyway. Because we really don't need to start building loads and loads and loads of roads coming off here. We're just going to need some basic stuff. Yeah, here we go. So this is all we need to do. And this, and then we can just build these arcing roads really, and this is going to work. What we need, because this forestry section really will function well just doing this. That's all we really need to do, and then I'll just create a couple of one-way systems as well. So like if they're heading back out onto this road right here, they can just go straight out. It'll be easier for them than going the other way. There you go. So they can just go straight out onto there. So again, if they're exiting out onto the highway. That is a 2-way, which I want it to be. Yeah, so that can be 2-way if they need it. They shouldn't really need to be honest. I'll just put them in as 2-way for now and just see what happens. We'll just add another one in here. And then we'll double that up. Across here. And then just create some more arcs coming in back on this. I know, right? Big view time. Okay, got this on here, and then we're just going to expand around the corner. So this is probably going to do everything we need to in terms of our forestry site. I think I can probably even bring this down here a little, like that. Really maximize those trees. Okay, that's going to be pretty good. We can continue expanding the town, but first of all we need to actually create our designated districts, so let's actually do that. So this is just obviously going to be a normal one. Let's just put this in here. Bedford district, I don't think so, it's going to be something else. What's Etlax? I don't know. Etlax always sounds like a kind of dinosaur to me or something like that. It sounds like one of those kind of strange dinosaurs you would have had when you were... That's what it always makes me think of. Alright, let's keep on building this out. So we're just going to fill this in. This is going to be our forestry section right here. And like this. Oh, see, it's done it to me yet again. I really hate it when that happens. When you sort of click off and it starts... You've got to really push it out. If you click on the wrong area, it just sort of rebuilds a new one, which is annoying. Okay, good. Just fine-tune this a little. Okay, I think generally sorted. Etalax, yeah. I'm terrible at pronunciations though. It took me forever to actually pronounce my girlfriend's name. She used to get really annoyed about it. Okay, let's fix that one. Garland Park. Well, these are going to have to be named after Fuse as well, so... Oh, I need to make sure this is forestry. I didn't even attempt to worry about people's name pronunciation whatsoever. Fuse, what are we going to rename these then? What do they want them to be? Fuse Town. And what's this going to be? Just needs to be like... What are we naming our tree park, guys? What are we naming the forestry section right here? What are we naming the forestry section? You guys can decide whilst I start building it, because that's what we need to decide. Oh, I need to start thinking of... Okay, first of all... Oh, actually, let's get some of this in here to start. We're going to need to be careful with our electricity here, because this is not going to be over here, so I'm probably going to have to pile on some power over here for these guys, and they are going to want water as well. Otherwise, they will get snippy like they always do. Forestry. That's actually not bad. Oh, I've just spotted somebody who needs to be timed out. Fuse logging. That sounds bad. Tree wood forestry. Wood stock. That's actually really good. Well, Fuse has already got his town right here. I like Woodstock. That's actually a really good idea. But what I do is I make it like 2 separate words, so it's like Woodstock. Okay, cool. There we go. We've got that sorted. Done. Done. Moving on. Okay. So they are zoned. Forestry stuff will start coming in there momentarily. I'll start zoning more of our town as well now. So let's get the town going on. Gonna need some more commercial in here. Let's have some of that. Dun, 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 dun. This is really a workers' town, so that's what we're focusing on primarily. Cool, so the town is functioning. I'm going to leave people actually off of that point. So we just have to wait for the forestry stuff to start developing, and then we'll be good. And obviously we'll get a railway station in there as well. Just making sure that traffic can actually get to here at the moment, which I think it can. Yeah, it's fine. Sometimes when things don't start developing, it's because they don't have any access through to it, but I'm pretty sure they do have access through there. And I'm pretty sure we have... Yeah, there's plenty of forestry stuff here. And this district is definitely designated as forest, so yeah, it's all good. Power and water. Well, power and water won't make businesses start appearing. It's something that they want. We already have water servicing it. I was waiting for them to actually start appearing before we started doing that. I'm kind of surprised actually that it could well be to do with the way the roads are functioning or something. I'm thinking that might be the thing. You should be able to just go straight over here though. I mean, it doesn't seem to be any reason why you can't enter this park area. And they can get over to this end very easy as well, so I don't really see what the problem is, if there is indeed a problem. They should be able to get there very easy. Yeah, I know, traffic lights, Fuse. Why are they not developing over here though? There must be something that's not quite right here. There must be something that's not going right here. Putting a block of offices to make that industry pop. Actually, do you know what? There was actually something that happened before, wasn't it? I remember. Oh, you can't overwrite. Oh, because it's dedicated forestry. That's the problem. Yeah, it's zoned as forestry. That's kind of strange that it won't grow. Do you already have enough logging industry? Well, we do have a whole other logging area right over here. This area is designated as forestry as well, as you can see, and that's working just fine, but I don't think that would really be an issue. Like, I don't think the fact that, because it's so far away, and I think that surely this would function similarly. No demand, no production. Well, yeah, you would have thought so, but I think there would be a demand for it, because it's the kind of thing that you just export. I don't think that's really what's going on here. That's kind of annoying though. Kind of annoying that you can sort of build an area and it just doesn't really work. Kind of surprised. Surprised that that's how it goes. Yep, thanks so much for dropping by on the stream if you're heading off, and yep, see you next time. So yeah, I'm kind of surprised that it doesn't just sort of operate. People get out from there? Yeah, they can. They can get out and back. There's a one-way road system which connects back to the highway. There's an overpass which connects back to the city, and they can come down the highway or from the city, which leads in onto these roadways. So yeah, they can get to it. You're using one ways they can't get out, so they won't go in. I literally just showed you that they can get out. They can go down these roads, and then they can get to the end, they can turn left, and they can get to the highway, and they can get to the overpass. Yeah, I think this is, I mean, like, literally, I don't think there's any reason why they can't get over there, because you should be able to just go over there. But I think that potentially could be the issue. Let's just see whether it is. I mean, it's either going to be or not. So basically what we need to do is this. Okay, I'm going to do that because what I want to do is create an overpass over there from here, but I don't know whether that's going to really work. Let's see if it works. Just going to move this as well. This is going to be more of a problem than I thought. So yeah, we need to get this road over there now. Just trying to map, no demand for forestry, normally it should pop right away, same location. That's surprising. I mean, is there any way of telling whether you need forestry or not? That's the only thing that's going to be... I'm kind of curious. It sucks because you kind of think like, hey, if you've got a resource there, even if there was no literal demand for it, you could export it. Also, normal industry will always populate. That's the thing. You'll always have normal industry populate. It might be an idea to start it off as normal industry and then change it to forestry. That might actually kickstart it. You will remember that we actually had the same problem somewhere else, and that you often have to place something down there to kind of start it. So that's why someone said put some office industry down there, and it will start it off. Sometimes that actually happens. This is going to be a nuisance now because it's too steep to actually get on here. Oh, this is so annoying now. This is going to be one of these damn roads which is just very, very irritating. We're going to have to go like this or something weird. This sucks. This is the terrible, terrible way to do this. This is not good design. It's annoying me that it's making me design it this way. We're getting to that time of night where people are just throwing out random guesstimations. Everyone's like, do this, do this, do this. I'm not sure that this is going to be the best thing for this area right here. Oh, now they're going that way because they have no way of... Oh, do you know what? I should have just left it as it was. It was fine. Yeah, all that traffic's going around now, which is not what we want to do. That needs to come down off onto the other road as well. Because this road... Oh, this is so screwed up. Yeah, this is really screwed. This needs to come out. This needs to just go to that. This needs to be 2-lane. One way. That needs to come off. And then basically, see, we need to get this connected to that other road as well. It's not ideal at all. It's becoming more and more frustrating. Okay, there we go. So that's solved. Not ideal. That's going to cause me problems later. I need to think of a better way of doing this. To be honest though, it's kind of pointless when it doesn't even work right now because the forest industry is just not required. But it's kind of annoying that there's no way of basically seeing whether or not that's actually required at all. So here we are. I suppose you could look at this, see available is this is how many units are being created, this is how many units are being used. So there seems to be like a lot, even with the agriculture as well. Like I don't think we even need more agriculture. It seems like a lot more agriculture is being created than being used as well. So there seems to be a large amount of stuff being created and not much used at all. So maybe there will be more forestry required once we have expanded perhaps the cities more. So I think we need to perhaps maybe just focus on that, just building up the cities, creating new city districts. Get some more population happening, and then maybe this will become valid. We can leave it for now. I'll just leave it as it is for now. Get that junction working a little better later as well. Okay, well one thing I wanted to do was expand Greytown because it's been requiring expansion for the longest time. So let's actually do that now. This little town right here needs expanding. Oh, let's see, it's getting late and I'm getting tired and I'm not thinking what I'm doing. It's 3 AM here basically right now. Right. Let's just connect this. This is Greytown where the people basically have to just suck up whatever I do. They've been having... For the longest time these guys were like sat right next to the landfills and they really had to just deal with it. So that's fine. This coming down here. This is all residential, so it'll be fine. Right, let's just get that done. Zone. We'll get some offices in there, so that'll try and help build that up a little. Well, actually, do we want offices? Nah, do you know what? Let's just keep it all residential. We'll leave a couple of little offices in there just to sort of have it working, and the rest can be residential. This is mainly meant to be like a residential area. I'm going to leave anything just off of that point. I have a couple of little offices and then just residential. This is my area that I just like. These people I just don't care about. It's like, yeah, whatever. Whatever. I seriously just don't care. Need some commercial in there as well. Probably would have been better to put the commercial further along. Cool, that'll do. It's the first time I've said water say space occupied. What? That's weird. That's the first time I've ever seen water say space already occupied. Cool, that's that done. Sleep is for the weak. You don't need to be telling me that. I'm probably like, I'm the person that stays up later and longer than literally anybody else. I think if you say, if somebody's telling me sleep is for the weak, they obviously don't know or don't follow me regularly. Because if you did, you would know that I literally almost never sleep, and I game and have a full-time job on top of all of that. So yeah. I think I regularly operate on sometimes less than 5 hours sleep a night. A lot of nights I get about 4.5 hours sleep. That's about the and even maximum I only get, my maximum amount of sleep that I would take is usually about 6 hours, and I never really get more than that. These guys need power, but it's because they stupidly... it's just my fault because I shouldn't have zoned out there so quick. They'll get power eventually. Not quite sure what I want to do about these things. It annoys me now that basically when a landfill... It annoys me that when a landfill has basically been emptied, you just have to... So it's this one, empty to another facility. It seems insane to me that basically it just transitions to another one. That seems kind of crazy. But... I don't know why. I don't know why that... I don't know why you would just move it from one facility to another. I don't really understand the point of that. Do we have any reason to sleep other than being tired? Well, yeah. When you sleep, your body has like a testing period in your brain. That's why you dream. Essentially what happens is that when your body... your sleep period is usually when your body replicates cells. A lot of your cells constantly die and replace, and sleep is one of the main times where your cells regenerate. And obviously your brain is also made up of cells, and those also regenerate. And so when you sleep, as far as I understand it, I think like when you dream, you know how dreams can be kind of random, and sometimes they can be kind of memory based. From what I understand, like when you're sleeping, dreams tend to be when you're in that sort of deep sleep. You only get dreams when you're in that deep sleep, and so it's like your brain is basically firing, testing. It's kind of like a testing period. So you know when you do like a benchmark for your PC or something, it'll essentially be just like just random video. It doesn't really matter what it is. You're just testing like the computer. It's kind of like what your brain does with dreams. It doesn't really matter what the imagery is, it's just testing stuff, and then it's like ready to get yourself back online for like the next day. That's basically what dreams are. It's just random assortments of information that it doesn't really, your brain doesn't really care what those images are, and it doesn't really, it may have been something you were thinking about or feeling or whatever. It doesn't really matter though. It's just kind of random images to, you know, test it. If the education is high, will they not work at yellow industry if office jobs are open? Well, I mean, yeah, obviously. If you have like low education, like sometimes, for example, industry will complain that they don't have any workers. So you can actually click in onto a building and it'll tell you they have got one requirement of an uneducated person, 4 educated workplaces. They've got 1 educated workplaces and 3 well. So basically, that's how it goes. So right, they had 4 educated workplaces, but they've got sort of it staffed in different ways, I think. Anyway, so they will generally ask like if they don't have the workers they need to. Now, it's annoying me. My whole plan for like doing this stuff over here, and it just totally not happened. That's very annoying. I'm just making this work a little better than it was. Well, whenever they're ready to start building there, it'll be ready for it, but it's not today. Anyway, Fuse Town has developed nice and quick, and it's all working good, so that's a nice one. Kind of frustrating though, because I really wanted to have a whole new forestry section down here. It's just not really happened. So I guess we're going to go back to building office workers and stuff, because we can still do that. I think we'll go to my next plan of having like a whole new town up here and down the other side as well. But we also have got like this little area here which is still unused. There's a few areas of the island unused. Like this area here, I think I was planning to build like offices down here and stuff, so this could actually work. I think we'll do that. We'll put some offices down through here as well. Let's just build some park stuff in. So we get like some nice offices happening down here. Okay, so you need to think about how we're going to have traffic coming in and out of here. So let's think here. This is all traffic coming out of this town area here. Comes around, goes back onto the highway. This could actually work really nicely, because I can just put I can get a new ramp coming back in like that, and then we can just have another one coming straight out of it. So come off, and then all the workers from there will just come to this town. like that. Great, that'll be very, very easy for us to manage. The trouble is, like, you'd really want a fire station to operate. I feel like, yeah, see, the fire facility from that area of town is only just about providing enough. Actually, they've only got, we got one big fire station over there. What happens if we just put a small fire station like here or something? Yeah, it's not going to be enough. We need like our own little dedicated fire station. I feel sometimes like the fire stations kind of should have slightly better reach than they do. I mean, when you think about like real life fire stations, how many there are, like it doesn't really make a lot of sense that there's like a fire station down here and it wouldn't be able to just quickly get across the bridge. I mean, it doesn't really have that far to go, but instead I have to put like a whole new fire station down, which is kind of annoying. But never mind. Right, let's get some high density. Oh, actually, yeah, we need office. It's just offices. Should be able to build like high density offices, I think. Of course, they're going to have the power problem. Why didn't I think of that? Damn. Luckily, we've got power lines right here, so I can just run it straight across like that. And water can come straight from town, so that's no problem as well. There we go. So we're just going to be building now, really. There's a lot of demand for commercial. I think it's always worth building a bit of commercial actually next to your offices as well. Because I always imagine people are going to want to go shopping from the offices somehow. Let's put some of that in there. And there. And we're just going to put a little bit... Oh, it always annoys me when it does that. There we go, so that's our new office district in. That's got a nice simple kind of on-off route from the main town over here, so that's going to work really nicely. We can probably get our other underground facilities working a little bit better. Let's take a look at Blocker, because we haven't looked back here for a little while. Seems to be working really good now. We don't seem to have any of the problems that we were having before. I'm noticing some garbage issues coming up here. Yeah, people are starting to have garbage things again. It's probably because I've been closing down so many of these landfill sites. That doesn't sound right to me though. You know, when we were talking earlier and people were saying that when you empty a landfill, it just transfers it to another existing landfill. That doesn't seem to make sense, because if it did that, then what would eventually happen is you would not have any further space. If when you had a landfill, you emptied it and it just, let's say you had two landfills, right? And you empty one and it just transfers it to another one, which would be the only other one there, right? Let's say you did that, then after a very short period of time, yeah, but think about it, that can't be right, because if you transfer it to one that's there already, eventually they're just going to get full, and then they wouldn't be able to take any more, and so you'd end up with completely full landfills that can't go anywhere. But that's not been the case for me. Like, since the beginning, you've been able to have one, and then it just keeps working. If you were just transferring it to another one, they would. Do you see what I mean? Like, they would both get full. Like, let's say one is 50% full and one is like 90% full. Well, if that other one becomes 100% full and you transition it to the other one, well, then that one gets full and the other one keeps filling. So it's like, that doesn't really make any sense that it would just transition to it. It doesn't make any sense. So that can't be right. And if it is, I don't get it. Like, maybe I'm just being stupid, but it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I don't see how that can be right. Fuse, you need to calm down. You've been so stressed this whole stream. Like, everything's a huge deal. It's like, I can build parks at any time. It's not a big problem. That's how it works. You can see it happen by following the trucks that transport the rubbish. Yeah, but it doesn't... Even if they do transfer... Like, let's say they do transfer it to another one, but it doesn't make any sense, you know? Because I would like to do a test. I would like to do a test on that. Because it's like, if you have other landfills that are already filling up, do you see what I mean? You'll surely come to a point where they can't transfer anymore. But you seem to be able to. You seem to be able to continually transfer across. So, like, yeah, maybe the mechanic of going from, like, A to B, that actually happens. Yeah, you do. Oh, you seem stressed by your emotes in the chat feed. whenever you suggest anything, it's always like, this damn thing, or facepalm this, and it's like, relax, man. When they empty a landfill, they're trucking it out, something that's done in some countries. Yeah, that's what I thought. It must be, because it doesn't make any sense otherwise. Like, I get it when people say, oh, it transfers it to another landfill. Like, okay, maybe the literal mechanic of driving to the other landfill happens, yeah? But it's like, it can't literally just transfer, like, you know, if another... It doesn't even make any sense either, because think about it. If one landfill is 100% full, and another landfill is already operating, you can't put 100% into another landfill, because then you would have no landfills, because they'd all just be full. So that doesn't make any sense. So maybe the literal mechanic of driving to another landfill is true, but as far as I am aware, basically, like cemeteries as well, cemeteries get full and then you have to empty them so that they continue to work, right? So I don't think that's right. I don't think it was explained right earlier when people were talking about it, because the way it was explained earlier just doesn't make any sense at all. Like, this idea that you're just moving the rubbish from one place to another, it's just, you know, incinerators, you can only have so many incinerators because they're extremely expensive to run. Landfills cost $188 per week to operate. Okay, so that's 188, yeah. Do you know what an incinerator costs to run per week? 1,699. It's like insanely more expensive, and I already have quite a lot of incinerators. So in fact, actually, we were making about 12 grand per week earlier this evening, and through building lots of incinerators, we've now dropped, well, we're actually down at like 6 and a bit, but now we've started building some offices. We're making a bit more money coming in. Build a lot of incinerators. We already do have a lot of incinerators. We've got loads of incinerators. If you click on the landfill and hover over the empty, it says it sends to another facility. Yeah, I know, I get that. It does, it says it sends it to another facility, but it doesn't say it sends it to another landfill. I think it's sending it off-site. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe once you've got the incinerators, what they do is they take it from the landfill to the incinerator. So, yeah, I don't get it. I'm going to research that though, because I don't think it's right. I'm sure that they do transfer it to something, and even if they transfer it to other landfills, but I don't think what's being explained is correct, this idea that it just moves it to another place that already is there, because that doesn't make sense, because then what would happen is all your landfills would be full and you just couldn't do anything about it. So maybe once you have incinerators, they clear the landfill by taking it to the incinerator, perhaps, or something like that. But I mean, I can keep emptying these all the time, and it's like, I mean, if I count it, how many have we got? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then like 5, 6, and then how many others have we got? There's like 7, and I think just 1 down here. No, so 7 landfills. And a minute ago I had like 3 or 4 of them like having to emptying. So that doesn't, like, how could the others even continue to operate with 3 or 4 emptying into them? Makes no sense. So landfills are being offshored. The tooltip is poorly written. Yeah, right. Exactly. That's not the point, Fuse. It doesn't make any. It doesn't. It literally makes no difference where the truck goes. I think that's just a mechanic. It's just a mechanic of the truck taking it out of there. I think basically the point is that it's just emptying it. I don't think it really matters where it goes, but it's not like emptying it to another landfill. And even if it does, like I say, I swear the actual logistics of it don't make any sense. Because like you can't get around it. You can't explain it any other way. Like I say, just think of it like this: if you have two landfills, one is like say 25% full, and the other is 100% full. If you empty the one that's 100% into the one that is 25%, that would then instantly become full, and then you either have to empty it back, and all the meanwhile you're bringing in new rubbish all at the same time. So essentially what would then happen is you would just be full. Makes no sense. So yeah, it's annoying me because people keep restating the thing that I have explained several times makes no sense, and it's like, look, are you not getting it? Like, it doesn't make sense. So seriously. Who the hell cares? I do. That's why I'm talking about it. We've finally come up with another traffic problem here by the look of it. It's taken some time, but finally another bottleneck has developed down this side. They're emulating the offshoring in the mechanic, just not the animation. Should have trucks come in or leave by rail or highway. Yeah, exactly. That's what it should happen. Because, like I say, it's basically this. It's exactly the same mechanic as the cemeteries. So, like this one right here, just finished emptying. Let's open that back up. It's the same mechanic as the cemeteries, where eventually a cemetery gets full and you have to empty it. But when the cemetery gets full, it doesn't like. They don't dig up all the bodies and then rebury them at another cemetery. That's not what happens. It clears the space, and it's kind of like the trade-off. I guess it's the trade-off of having to manage your waste and stuff, is that like once it gets full, there's like a period of downtime before it can be used again. That's essentially what they're wanting to create. But this idea that it just moves it to another landfill is like absurd. That's not what actually happens. It can't be. Looting, less talking, more progress. Guys, you know, surely should know me by now. There must be a lot of new people about. There's been loads of people stating things about me tonight that none of my regular subscribers would ever say. Right, we're gonna have to. I don't want to do any more traffic management today. My God, I've done so much traffic management in the last 48 hours. It's been absurd. Where can we build now? Do we even have like a whole new? No, because we just unlocked. Oh, we've got this whole area over here. Thing is, I don't think we're going to be able to build any more agriculture because very much like the forestry, I just don't think there's enough. We're producing 164, I assume that's hectares or something, and only being used is 6. So seriously, like nothing. I mean, Premchand has got like loads of forestry right here. Maybe playing games says, from the wiki, when a landfill is full you can switch it to an emptying mode. The garbage trucks will start relocating the garbage to an incinerator or to another landfill if there are no incinerators available. Not sure if it's true though. Yeah. See, the thing is as well, it makes sense that it would go to an incinerator. That makes sense. So I'm kind of on board with that. Like the idea that it would take it to an incinerator, because then they're clearing it to burn, and then so that makes sense. Like then the landfill becomes like a temporary storage before it moves on to the next thing.